From the Athens Tech Studios, this is the Athens News Podcast. Local news you can use about Athens and Clark County, all in 7 minutes. And now, here are your top stories.
Hello and welcome to the Athens News Podcast. I'm Melissa Carter. There's a new petition to honor a slain student. What do they want renamed? Plus, if you're an aspiring politician, this is the week to register. We'll explain. But first, here are your top stories brought to you by Drake Realty. The national debate on immigration is intensifying following the tragic death of a 22-year-old nursing student in Athens. Former President Donald Trump has lashed out at President Joe Biden, blaming his border policies for Laken Riley's death at the hands of an undocumented immigrant. The debate has fueled legislative action, with a bill gaining momentum in the Georgia House that would crack down on local law enforcement agencies failing to aid federal immigration authorities. The tragedy has also sparked protests in Athens, with calls for the mayor's resignation. But Hispanic residents in Athens say they fear the fiery rhetoric will lead to backlash against the Hispanic and immigrant communities, leaving individuals at risk of violence. This from USA Today. Hundreds gathered in Cherokee County on Friday to honor the memory of Laken Riley. At Woodstock City Church, mourners paid their respects, passing by Riley's casket, adorned with photos and flowers, while a slideshow captured cherished moments of her life. The funeral service was closed to media and featured heartfelt tributes from family and friends, reflecting on Riley's love for nursing and her vibrant spirit. This from the San Diego Union Tribune. Updates from the University of Georgia's Executive Committee meeting shed light on the future of UGA's medical school. Senior Vice President Jack Hugh revealed plans for the school's opening, aiming for fall of 2026, with an initial enrollment of 60 students, potentially expanding to 120 per class. Hugh emphasized a commitment to student support, aiming to raise over $50 million for scholarships. In other discussions, proposals for program changes, including new majors and certificates, were approved, with a focus on adaptability and accessibility. This from the Red and Black.
It pays to know your doctor. It pays to know your lawyer. And now more than ever, it pays to know your local real estate professional. Hi, I'm Jeffrey Drake with Drake Realty, and we have 7 offices in the metro Atlanta area, including 2 right here in Cobb County and 1 at Lake Oconee. I'm the proud leader of over 700 agents here in Georgia, and we pride ourselves in professional service, whether you are the buyer or the seller. Drake Realty makes the home buying process seamless from contract to close. Our agents are a little different. They're not pushing for the quick sale and close. They are pushing for the best price and terms for their client. In other words, Drake Realty fights for you. Now's the time to buy that dream home, vacation home, or new home your family deserves. A lot of real estate agents talk big. Let my team at Drake Realty prove they will fight for you. I'm Jeffrey Drake, and I'd be honored to have my team serve you. Visit us online at drakerealty.com. And remember, it's not how quick you sell or buy, it's what the deal provides for your future.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. At Athens Technical College, their programs can connect you with in-demand and high-paying careers.
I graduated from Athens Tech in May and started my job 2 weeks later. I had the job before I left, thanks to my professor, and just focusing on growing a career.
As far as Athens Tech, I think I've been a member of the advisory panel for 10 years now, and it's been an awesome experience.
I'm currently going to Athens Tech. I started out as an accounting major. I've finished all my accounting classes and then switched over to the culinary and baking program.
My name is Alex Lang. I'm an electromechanical engineering student. This is my second year at Athens Tech, and I graduate in December. The long-term goal is to work for the railroad, whether that be Norfolk Southern or CSX.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. Find out more at athenstech.edu.
From the Athens Clark County News Facebook page, Joe Johnson has started the following campaign on change.org to honor the former UGA student killed on campus and raise awareness about safety on campus. We propose renaming Lake Herrick to Laken Riley. Misty Bell says she deserves to be honored in this way. Daisy Cuttinger said, "It is important for awareness, remembrance of what happened to this incredible young lady, Laken Riley, and change is needed." UGA student organizations continue to struggle post-pandemic. During the pandemic, clubs faced a drastic drop in engagement and struggled to adapt to virtual settings. Former UGA Union President Christian Ivey recalls the challenges, from fewer meetings to canceled events like the Homecoming Carnival. Freshmen like Yasmin Saberi found it tough to connect with in-person engagement fairs. Even virtual meetings for clubs like Young Democrats had low attendance, hindering community building. Erica Rosenwig of Hillel UGA missed out on in-person connections as online events couldn't replicate the community experience. Now, as in-person events return, student organizations continue to grapple with low turnout and the challenge of revitalizing their communities. This from the Red and Black. In sports from ESPN and basketball, Texas A&M defeated the Georgia men 70-56, while the Lady Bulldogs fell to Vandy 72-55. And finally, attention aspiring public officials qualifying for public office elections in Athens, Clarke County will run until Friday at noon. A wide array of positions are up for grabs, including clerk of Superior Court, tax commissioner, sheriff, coroner, and several seats on the Athens Clarke County Board of Commissions and School Board. Both nonpartisan and partisan candidates must file an affidavit at the Athens Clarke County Board of Elections and Registration this week. Keep in mind, the primaries for both partisan and nonpartisan races are slated for May 21st, with the winners advancing to the November general election ballot. This from the Athens Banner-Herald.
Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast. Make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. All rights reserved.
This podcast aggregate content from other sources for informational purposes and is in no way trying to infringe on the copyrights or businesses of any other entities. All content posted up on the site is used under the Fair Use Copyright Law 107. All audio, media, and articles are copyrighted to the original owners. All audio on this podcast are embedded from YouTube.com and are owned by their respective copyright owners. No audio information are copyrighted or stored on our servers. The court ruled that linking or embedding copyrighted videos is not copyright infringement, even if the source video was uploaded without permission. However, we will gladly remove any audio clip upon valid request from respective copyright owners. Any owners also have the option to disable embedding his YouTube videos on other websites. News and press articles are owned by the respective copyright owners. Where possible, the appropriate accreditation or source of the article is given on the same page. The audio-video files on the site are for listening purposes only. Downloading of these files to one's computer is strictly prohibited. They are owned by the respective copyright owners. If it is in the organization's belief that the usage or specific content used on our site containing copyrighted knowledge conflicts with authorized use and or does not comply with fair use as described in the context, contact us through our contact page and we will remove the offending content immediately. Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast.